Pamela Cluth here, and I'm excited about today's discussion. Thank you for tuning in. It is my perspective on what this pandemic can teach everybody about autism. You see, everybody this past year has felt what it's like to be under a great deal of stress on a daily basis, long term. And I believe this is one of the hardest things to manage within autism. You see, I have autism, I have some sensory integration struggles, and a couple other neurological challenges. One that actually, if it is not managed well, has the capacity to be life-threatening within me. So I've had to learn how to get really, really good at managing stress. So when it came down to this pandemic, I actually had to manage it well, but I noticed everybody else wasn't. It is what happens when there is a threat, outside or inside, going on within our body. We release stressful hormones or stressful chemicals within our blood that does not feel good and takes our nervous system and causes dysregulation of our moods and within our body. And this is, I believe, one of the biggest challenges within autism. When it comes down to managing our nervous systems or situations that are long-term and stressful, it's having the right tools and strategies to manage this better. Having had to work through these issues in my lifetime of not just neurological challenges, but even a brain injury, has taught me that our nervous system changes over the lifetime, sometimes for the better and sometimes for the worse. But we have the capacity to rebuild, to rewire, to press into plasticity and the science behind that to be able to bring nervous systems up as well as bodies to a better functioning level if we understand more about that. The bottom line here is, when it comes down to this pandemic, if you found you weren't managing it well, you may not have the best tools in your tool bag, or maybe the best strategies, or maybe it's just not understanding enough about what you have the power to change within your own body and mind. And when it comes down to things that we can do to function better, or have higher functioning, or manage stress better, it's knowing those choices that we have, thousands of choices, to be able to make it easier within ourselves to function with a nervous system that doesn't overreact, to be able to easily calm it, and to move forward with life with more ease. And how we can actively start shifting our nervous system to be higher functioning. That's the goal. So when it comes down to this pandemic, if you discovered that you weren't so good at it, get good at it. It takes practice. It's a learned skill. And if you can learn it now before the next pandemic or the next crisis hits in your life, such as perhaps it's a loss of a loved one or loss of a job, anything can trigger our nervous systems on a long-term basis. There are ways to be able to learn how to do better for the next major shift in your life. And when it comes down to managing autism better, just like we know that early intervention and bringing in tools and bringing in increased bodily functions for diet and for mind, these are things that can help us manage our neurology better. That's what I'm about, and I wanted you to also know that there is so much more everyone can do within their nervous system to be happier and healthier. Thank you for watching. I'm Pamela Cluth, and I'm wishing you well. Hey guys, lastly, I want to let you know that there's more information available on my website. There's a blog there that you can sign up for at pamelacluth.com. And I also have a Facebook page that sends out some sprinkles every now and again with some helpful, useful information. And I'm working on some books to be able to better help those that are seeking to be able to better master their nervous system. Thanks for tuning in. Again, I'm Pamela Cluth, and I'm wishing you well.